I'm gonna get my life together this summer. How many times have you repeated this to yourself? No, seriously. How many times? Fast forward, it's August. 0 accomplishments, but a perfect TikTok algorithm. We all have been there, haven't you? There's no quick fix to it, spoiler alert, but there is a scientific 3-week rule that can flip your habits, your routine, your mindset, and even your self-image without relying on motivation. Because motivation, it fades away, cheats on you. Discipline, though, it stays loyal. So today, I'm giving you the exact strategy that can turn you from snooze kings and queens to disciplined people. Backed by real brain science, because I don't know about you, I only take what's research-based and scientific. So stick with me. Hey beautiful people, Tima here, and today we're keeping a real talk. You guys, whether you're grinding on a side hustle or hustling through grad school, summer vibes can seriously derail our best laid plans. But what if I told you there's a science-backed trick, the 3-week rule, that turned my lazy summer mode into a disciplined beast mode? No cap, this is episode gold. We're diving into why discipline actually matters, especially now, and why this 3-week strategy is your new secret weapon. By the end of the show, you'll have a Summer Reinvention Plan, which is available on my Telegram channel, and you can download it for free. Let's start. All right, buckle up for some brain nerd talk. I promise to keep it fun. First up, the myth of 21 days to a habit. Guys, I'm going to give you the spoiler. It's mostly bogus. It comes from a 1960 book by Maxwell Maltz, and it got turbo amplified into pop culture 21-day challenges. A University College London study led by Philippa Lally found that on average, it takes 66 days to form a new habit. You guys, 66 days. So like 2 months of show-ups, not 3 weeks. Some people even needed up to 254 days. Point is, 21 days is way too optimistic for most stuff. No shade on Skechers or lip filler promises though, but habits need more time. What's not a myth though is consistency. Lally's team stressed that you have to repeat the behavior in the same situation. In other words, set a cue in your daily routine and stick to it. If, for example, your trigger is after lunch and lunch shifts around, your new habits get ghosted. Keep it consistent, same time, same context. And soon your brain's autopilot kicks in. They even noted that missing one day doesn't ruin the process, so get rid of that perfectionism. Don't freak out if life happens. Trust me, skipping one night of journaling isn't the apocalypse. Here's where the brain chemistry comes in. Stanford neuroscientists have shown that dopamine is basically the do it again, do it some more chemical in our noggins. Every time you do a thing and get a little win, dopamine perks you up so you want that goodness again. That's how habits get stickier. So cue leads to routine leads to reward, and your brain wires that as a pathway. In fact, Stanford's game design lab breaks it down simply. Cue triggers a behavior is the routine, reward is what your brain gets out of it, and it forges a neural path linking all three. Psychology folks call this a habit loop or cycle. So how do we hack this? 2 big tips from the experts. Small rewards, fast, and systems over motivation. I think I talked about it in my last episode. If you haven't checked that, please check it out right now. Tiny Habits guru BJ Fogg, Stanford prof, puts it bluntly. Dopamine's timing is picky. Rewards must happen either during the habit or milliseconds after. Wait too long and your brain snoozes right through it. He says you've got to cue up those good feelings fast to form a habit. In practice, that means right after you do your routine, give yourself a quick high five or a cookie or a TikTok break so your brain tags it as, oh yeah, do that again. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, drives this home. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Tiny gains really do stack up. He also notes every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. So each morning when I dragged myself out of bed to run, I was casting a vote. I am the kind of person who wakes up early. After 21 days, my brain had a lot of those votes. That's identity change, not just a thumb to a ding. James Clear also warns that you won't magically transform. Success is the product of daily habits, not once-in-a-lifetime transformations. Translation: don't expect a beast mode switch overnight. It's a slow burn. That 3-week grind is about proving to yourself that you can be consistent, even when it sucks. Clear famously says, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So in summer, when Netflix is whispering sweet nothings, your system, like laying out gym clothes or setting an alarm with an upbeat song, will be what drags you out of bed, not sheer willpower. So science tells us be patient, habits take time, set clear cues, and reward yourself quickly. Miss one day, it's fine. Miss many, then yeah, back to square one. Keep the environment right. Do it in the same spot and time so the cue works. Reinforce your wins. And most importantly, trust that those small pushes are adding up. Because compound interest, you guys. Now, let's get to the fun part. How to do it. No more silingo, just real steps for each week of the 3-week challenge. Alright, you guys, are you ready for your 3-week discipline plan? Let's break it down week by week. Remember, we keep it simple, doable, and a bit cheeky. Okay, week 1, embrace the suck. Kick off by choosing one specific habit. Not 5, 1. James Clear idea is 1% improvements. So make it tiny. For example, read 5 pages a day, jog for 5 minutes, or even just walk to class. Set a strong cue. For example, after breakfast, I do X. Lay out your clothes, put that book on your pillow, whatever primes you. Stanford's habit guru says cue plus routine plus reward equals habit loop. Expect this week to be rough because your brain will scream for comfort. But push through anyway. Each morning, get up when alarm goes off. No snoozing. Even if you still feel dead inside. Start so small that it feels possible. Now, habit loop hack. Tie it to one existing routine. For example, finish your first cup of coffee, then hit the gym. That way, your coffee drinking cue triggers the new routine. Stanford's Lally study warns that context consistency is key. Do it the same time and place each day so your brain learns the drill. At the end of each session, give yourself a quick reward. Remember, Fogg's wisdom is reward immediately. Not in 2 weeks, not in 2 months. Then you gotta keep it real. Missing one day won't erase all progress. So if you slip, don't kill the vibe, just jump back on it. By day 7, you'll probably be questioning life choices. But hang on. Week 1 is about showing up. Even if you tell yourself, I'm not improving, I'm not progressing, you are. You are getting on the mat again and again. And that consistency is planting seeds. Week 2 is adjusting and amplifying. Well, now you've got the ball rolling, but you're adapting. This week, refine your system. Turn that tiny habit into a slightly bigger one. Crank it up 5 to 10%. For example, if you walked 5 minutes, jog 6. If you read 5 pages, do 7. These tiny upgrades compound. Set a midweek mini goal and reward. If I read 7 to 10 days, I get to binge 1 episode guilt-free. Now, dopamine strategies. Now's the time to get creative. Maybe every time you complete the habit, you level up. Tick a box on a habit app and get a streak. Every streak day is a micro dopamine hit. Hello, brain. Or pair the habit with something you love. Dance it out to your favorite song after each workout, or chew a piece of dark chocolate only after studying. It feels like cheating, but actually you're training your brain to crave the habit loop. Remember, your brain loves shortcuts to reward, so make that connection super obvious. Then goal setting. If you haven't already, write out your why. Make it smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, I will wake up at 7 a.m. and do 10 push-ups every morning this week. Keep checking in with yourself. Why am I doing this? And how do I feel when I succeed? Lean on that purpose. Tweet or TikTok about your journey, because accountability is clutch. DM a buddy and swap updates. At the end of week 2, you might still be tired, but guess what? You're showing up more often than 99% of people who only talk about change. Week 3, ride the momentum. This is it. Time to slay. Find out your habits has a real shot at sticking. You're past the initial shock and halfway through the magic number. Keep stacking. If your habit is solid, try adding a second tiny habit right after, like 5 push-ups after every 5-minute jog. Your brain is building a bridge. Also, cement your identity. For example, I am the type of person who X. James Clear says every action is a vote for your future self. At week 3, you should have a bunch of votes in your favor. Enhance the payoff. Maybe have a small celebration at the end of day 21, a smoothie bash, a fancy coffee, and document it. Take a sweaty selfie or a pic of your habit tracker filled with streaks. Seeing your progress is motivating. Seriously, visual evidence of success floods the brain with feel-good chemicals. But keep it real. If you made it here, maybe treat yourself today with something fun. For example, a chill Netflix hour, a new book, or a matcha latte. Stay consistent, not perfect. Life's messy. Hangovers happen, phone dies, existential crisis hit. Just keep at it. We're not aiming for perfection, only consistency. If one day blows up and you miss the habit, it's fine. Jump right back next day. By the end of week 3, you might notice it takes less effort than week 1. That's the habit starting to stick. You'll always feel pumped knowing you conquered something challenging. Own that feeling. It'll boost your confidence to tackle the next big goal. Okay, quick checklist before we wrap. Set a clear cue. Keep habits small but consistent. Reward immediately. And stick to your system even when it sucks. Break big games into this 3-week sprint and trust that tiny gains build momentum. Think of it like leveling up a game character, 1 XP at a time. Okay, that's your 3-week rule, fam. Science, story, and strategy all in one. Now it's challenge time. I dare you, pick one habit, mark 21 squares on your calendar, and don't let summer lazy vibes win. If you want to go pro, I have personally designed a full Summer Reinvention Plan, which will come in handy, I promise you. If you use it, share this plan with your crew, tag me, and please hype me up because I need your support. You guys, summer's long. You have more than 12 weeks to play with. Turn them into 4 rounds of 3-week reinvention. Run a little faster, think a little sharper, live a little healthier each time. Remember, every morning you show up and execute is a vote for the person you want to be. Before you know it, those votes add up and bam, you're living it. So get out there and thrive. Your future self will thank you. And hey, let me know how it goes. Stay hungry, stay humble, and keep it real. Love you. Mean it. Tima.